The top 10 party schools are out. Playboy puts this list out. There are a lot of things that make sense on it, and there are some questionable listings as well. We'll share all that with you. First of all, top 10 party schools are the University of Virginia. For Virginia! I know a lot of dorks that went there, so I'm a little skeptical about that. The University of Southern California, that would make sense, but that does not explain J.R. Jackson. University of Florida, University of Texas, University of Wisconsin, all very logical. And then University of Georgia, Vanderbilt, Tulane, Texas Christian, Ohio State. There's a lot of southern schools having fun there, which once again makes sense. Ohio State, largest university. Okay, all fun. So it's all good so far. But then here's where we start to run into some questionable things. So they do their top 10 list, and then they break it down into 3 different categories too that they judge on. Sex life, makes sense. Nightlife, again, makes sense. And then sports, okay? It's part of partying, I guess, and fun, etc. And that's why Ohio State, USC does a little bit better. They got a good sports program, etc. But here's where it's a little messed up. Sex life, best of the rest. They didn't make the top 10, but they're right outside of it. NYU, okay, they're in New York. Georgetown, could be. UCLA, I'm starting to get skeptical. Yale? Come on, dude. Okay. No.
Maybe that's totally true and you're just totally unaware of it because you weren't with the hip crowd.
No, not buying it. Now, if they mean sex life as in the campuses that have the most sex, ain't no way Yale's on that list, okay? If they mean just the quality of sex, well, then Yale could be on the list. One guy knocked it out of the park one time. They're like, all right, quality way high at Yale.
I need to
that
know.
I can believe.
I need to know what the qualifications are for best sex or best sex life.
Can we keep it real for a second?
Yeah.
They're making it up.
Yeah, definitely.
But look, and the reason I say this, like I went to an Ivy League school. Please. Okay. Anyway, and I played rugby, so we went school to school to school for 4 years, and I've been to all the frat parties at all those schools. They were all right. They were all right, but nobody was hanging off the chandelier. So I think they're trying to be cutesy here. Now, top 10 party schools in terms of sex life. Number 1 in that category was North Carolina. Okay, they say girls outnumber guys 10-7 in North Carolina. They're plentiful, they're pretty, and they're progressive girls. I love that title. Okay, I see you. Okay, but here's my favorite. Worst sex life. Colorado School of Mines. That's awesome. And I don't blame them. I mean, who's getting laid in a mine? And how many chicks could there possibly be at the Colorado School of Mines? So that's terrific and makes sense. Now, nightlife, best of the rest. Again, totally questionable here. UPenn? I went to UPenn. I mean, if we're talking about staying up debating Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama, yeah, that kind of nightlife's happening at Penn. Okay, I know. But forget Penn. Stevens Institute of Technology.
Hey.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I know that my dad went there. 2 of my best friends went there before they got the hell out of there. Okay, first of all, there's like 3 Pakistani girls and 9 million guys. Okay, so if they're having some sort of wild nightlife, now,
maybe they're having a wild nightlife with one another. You don't know. You don't know that, man.
You know, but I do. I know a bunch of people that went there. They couldn't wait to get the hell out of there. It was like a prison. Now, the reason they put it is because Hoboken's kind of hip, and it's got a good nightlife, and it's right across the water from New York. Great nightlife. It doesn't mean the kids going to Stevens are actually having that nightlife. So to me, that's put this whole list into question. But nonetheless, we continue to have fun because there's 2 more great things in here. Number 1 for nightlife was SMU, makes sense. Worst, Brigham Young University.
Of course, of course. It's because you'll get expelled if you have a nightlife.
Exactly. They're like, what, you were drinking? You went out at night? Okay, so that's awesome. Now, my favorite, worst sports school, Yeshiva University. Oh, that ain't right. That ain't right. But really funny. By the way, you know, we've now done that story here and on TV. Do you know why that's funny?
No.
I knew it. I knew it. I could tell it first, like, because you don't know that stereotype. You don't know what yeshiva is, probably. And I can tell when Anna does this face, like. That's
so
the
true.
That's the I don't know what the fuck you're talking about phrase. Okay. Yeshiva is a Jewish school. And the stereotype is that Jews suck at sports.
Oh, that's not funny.
It's totally funny. Okay, first of all, it's Ben's favorite joke of all time.
Really?
Like the Jewish Sports Hall of Fame has like 2 guys in it. Sandy Koufax, and I don't know the other one.